our favorite spots. Venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. This was the scene a moment ago as the Bears emerged from their tunnel. Ready for football are they, and ready for football are we as the Bears get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Bears team entering play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Vikings, they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4.
And going back through the tape, I thought they looked pretty good last week. It was a solid win, a comprehensive win.
The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. To return, this is Eddie Jackson. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the 2nd overall pick in last April's draft from North Carolina, the former Tar Heel, Mitchell Trubisky.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. And right with it here, over the middle. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Here's Trubisky, and he fires one incomplete. And now a look at the offense for Chicago.
As I was preparing for this game and reflecting back on last season, I was pleasantly surprised to see the numbers that Chicago posted on offense in 2016. Number 17 in rushing, number 14 in passing, number 15 in total offense. And they did all of that with unsettled quarterback play. They expect to get a jump in this area and continue to feed the ball to Jordan Howard, who had an exceptional rookie year as a runner.
Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go. And a look at the Vikings defensive unit.
Minnesota head coach Mike Zimmer made his reputation as a defensive coordinator in this league, and that did not change in 2016. His team finished 3rd overall in total defense, and despite many injuries, kept his team in the playoff hunt throughout the season.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. Well, it was 3rd down. Defensively, they were just hoping to make a play and get off the field, get their offense on. Instead, they did one better. Pick it off, take it into the end zone.
Well, they did what you said. They got off the field.
They're going to have to come right back on.
They're going to come right back on, but happily, right? They put the ball in the end zone. That's the way you start a game. That's the way you set the tone.
Kai Forbath on for the extra point. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. It's Marcus Wheaton now to return it. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. They go with Howard to begin the drive. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. And they tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, you know, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
Here we go. Green, 39.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. They'll set up the screen to Howard, and he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
Play clock winding down. Now Trubisky, and he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
Throwing here, Trubisky. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Trubisky to throw again. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Anderson-Dejo. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Well, this is one of the downsides.
This is Howard on 2nd down. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain. And it's 3rd and 2 now. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
They'll try to run for it with Howard. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the first quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Own side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. Latavius Murray getting set to go again. Whatever he was doing in September, they're hoping that that carries over now to October because he was sensational last month.
He absolutely was, and we all know where it started.
They'll They'll begin the drive with Howard. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there. Second down.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
On second down, here's Trubisky. Now Trubisky lost the football, but the Bears look to get this one back, and indeed they did. So they'll keep possession.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
The Bears on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 17.
All right, here we go.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Daniil Hunter, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. A rookie QB struggling, gets thrown down to the ground there, but, you know, maybe this game, it's not over yet, but maybe this game can be a learning experience for him.
So many different things that he has to pick up on. When to go ahead and flush from the pocket and run. When to get rid of the football and not take the sack. When to just go ahead and go down early and make sure you don't fumble the football. So many things that he has to learn. This game starts the process.
Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going. First down, they run with Howard. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. On second down, Trubisky. And this one complete to Marcus Wheaton. And he's brought down, but not before getting across midfield to the 45. A very solid gain of 27.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Looking to throw, Trubisky on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Daniil Hunter in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Now Trubisky to throw on second. And he's going to go down again. Daniil Hunter in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Now it's Trubisky. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a first down.
And our attention here turns to Latavius Murray. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back.
First down, Trubisky. Over the middle here to Brown. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1.
No. Check. Patriot.
2nd and 10. It's Trubisky again. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky.
Let's go.
Now it's Trubisky. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. Here's Pat O'Donnell now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. And now let's shift the focus to Michael Floyd. Well, September sure treated him kindly. Now we flip over to October. Any reason to think that those numbers drop, or can he keep the pace up?
Well, he can keep the pace up, but it's going to get a lot more.
Forbath to add the extra point. And the lead will grow by 1 more. Forbath now to kick it away after the made field goal. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Bears offense led by Mitch Trubisky heading back out there. And boy, Charles, they have to find a way to just get him some time to breathe back there. He's been pressured throughout this game.
And I'll bet in his mind he's thinking the focus shouldn't be on how many times I've gone down. It's where is it happening? Where are the breakdowns up front? He'll never say it publicly because good leaders don't do that. But they've got to figure out what's happening in the offensive line to keep people away from him so he actually has a chance to throw the football, because so far that has not been the case.
5 full sacks against him. On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. Got his man complete over the middle. It's right. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Now Trubisky on 1st down, and it's complete. The tight end, Deion Sims. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Worth noting, the largest deficit the Bears have ever overcome in their long history, 20 points against the Cardinals in 06. Out of the gun, Trubisky. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Here we go now. Green 39. Gone.
Looking to throw again, Trubisky. Hauled in by Wheaton over the middle. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
I think this was a good signing by the Chicago Bears, picking up Marcus Wheaton from Pittsburgh. They had to do something to try and lessen the loss of Alshon Jeffrey.
Injuries last year holding him to just 3 games, 4 catches, but the 2 years prior to that, he combined for 97 grabs. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Going to throw deep for the end zone. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
What a job by this defense all game long. They've come together and really said, no one's crossing our goal line, and they're definitely not going to start right now.
You can just see the dejection. Feel like nothing is working offensively.
Set. 319. 319.
They'll run it now out of the gun. About 3 yards there to the 27.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. And he hits the tight end. It's Deion Sims. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the 1st. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. And now the offense operates in the red zone.
Set. Blue 90. Blue 90. Gone.
From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on 1st down. And he slings one that's incomplete. The intended receiver was Corey Brown. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle 3rd of the field where he threw that one. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves him needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9. Now this will be the 9th play on this drive.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Trubisky will throw. They'll leave it for Cohen, complete. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth.
Here we go now. Blue 90.
Trubisky with a give to Howard. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Jordan Howard, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bears get a bit closer.
And we know they won't get their names in the stat sheet, but the offensive line has to get all the credit for that touchdown run. Tremendous job of blocking, paving the way for the 6 points.
Here's Connor Barth for the point after. And he's got it as the score is now 31-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Latavius Murray getting set to go again. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively. First, and that'll make it second down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Here we go now. Blue 90.
Here's Trubisky. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to make it third down and less than a yard.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
The offense on third down tonight, not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. They're looking at third in the nose of the football.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
On the toss play, Howard. Now a flag comes in from the umpire after a gain of about 4. And this looks like it's going to be holding.
Holding offense.
That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
The Bears on third down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Here's Trubisky to throw. And the third down pass falls incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this is a beauty as that ball is going to angle out at the 6-yard line. handoff. This is Howard. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Again, it's Howard. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Oh, yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Here's Pat O'Donnell now. He's been terrific so far. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
So 2nd and 9, the defense looking to put them in a bad spot here.
Let's go.
And he goes in motion here in the backfield.
No. Check. Patriot.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. Got a man. It's Brown. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a 1st down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Now Trubisky to throw. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
2nd down here after the incomplete pass.
Let's go. 3-19.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
But you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Hurry up. Here we go. 3-19.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Chicago. Oh, twisting away. A good kick, 48 yards, 4 on the return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. And the Vikings now heading onto the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away. They'll throw on 1st down with Trubisky. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
2nd down, offense behind the sticks here. 2nd and 13. Throwing here, Trubisky. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, there's a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, deep ball, short ball, and that was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. They'll set up the screen to Howard. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. Well contained there defensively. The screen gets only a yard, and it's 4th. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for Minnesota, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they'll return home next week to take on the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens. So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Chicago.